AirTags have a real problem because the very thing they're good at can also be pretty bad. And Apple knows it. AirTags are Apple's take on the little Bluetooth trackers that we've had around for several years now. They're going to use ultra-wideband technology in them to help you find your items better than the conventional trackers. And this works great over small distances, but for anything that's not in your immediate vicinity, Apple, just like everyone else, is going to use Crowd GPS. Crowd GPS is basically just a fancy way of saying hide and seek. The AirTag is hiding, and everyone who has an iPhone is seeking. And that's where Apple has the big advantage, because hundreds of millions of people have iPhones. So technically, hundreds of millions of people are looking for your stuff. The problem though is that what's to stop somebody from accidentally dropping an AirTag in your car or in your bag? And that was a pretty common concern voiced in the comments of my last video. But recently, Apple, well, no, it got leaked, so it wasn't Apple. Recently, a leak came out showing how Apple is planning on preventing this from happening. It basically checks to see if an AirTag is moving with you and then disables tracking for that item and gives you a notification letting you know, hey, there's an unknown tracker following you. And this seems great, right? Problem solved. Well, maybe, but maybe not. I think there are two important questions that need to be asked now. Number one, how does this safety feature impact the actual purpose of the AirTags? How much of a hit is the effectiveness of the AirTag going to take to make it more safe? And number two, is a feature like this even effective? Here's what I mean. Let's say you're in a subway or a bus and you have an AirTag in your wallet. And while you're sitting down, your wallet falls out of your pocket, you get off at the next stop, and boom, you've lost your wallet. Now, everybody in that bus is gonna keep moving with that AirTag. So is everybody gonna get an alert saying there's an unknown item following them? Maybe the answer to this is that Apple set a threshold for how many or how few people have to be moving with the AirTag for there to be a risk of stalking. Because if 20 people are moving with an AirTag, it's likely that you're in some kind of public transportation or some large group of people moving somewhere. The question now is, what is that threshold? What if you're in a car with your family or friends and several people have iPhones? At what point does the AirTag not send that alert anymore? It's a good question. Another good question is, what happens at the very beginning when your phone doesn't realize that the AirTag is moving with it yet? From your phone's perspective at first, it just sees an AirTag and sends a message to the cloud saying, hey, I found an AirTag, maybe somebody lost this. So should Apple notify someone who's looking for their AirTag of the first point of contact that someone else had with the AirTag, or the last point of contact? Or neither one? And how does that influence or affect the actual purpose of the AirTag, which is to help you find your stuff? The second thing to consider is, how effective is this actually at preventing stalking? What if someone puts an AirTag in your car and then you drive home? Your phone detects that the AirTag is moving with it, so it doesn't share the location. But then you park your car in front of your house and somebody else just walks by your car and picks up the Bluetooth signal of the AirTag. To that person's phone, there's nothing wrong with the AirTag. It'll just pop into view and then back out of view as soon as he's past it. So his phone will share the location, and then boom, someone has your address. And again, maybe the answer here is just that Apple completely deactivates the AirTag that has been following someone, rendering it useless. That would definitely prevent any stalking, but what if you really did lose something and you were trying to find it, and that AirTag got deactivated just because it was moving with a bunch of people in a bus? So as you can see, it's a tricky problem to solve, and Apple's going to have to find some sort of a balance between privacy and usefulness, because that is what you're buying an AirTag for. If you're interested in that as well, definitely make sure to subscribe, because I will be buying an AirTag as soon as I can and testing all of that out for you guys. Also, if you want to find out more about how Crowd GPS works, I made a video on that and I'd love it if you checked it out by clicking right here. That'd mean a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.